Oh my goodness, popular stream. Hello. How are you?
Magic isn't what you see.
My light. Hello. Yes, I am live. Hi, who's here? Who's here live? We're talking to YouTube today, so join us on YouTube, y'all. I'm having a hell of a time, but I was determined. Let me get my light back. Sunlight, if there's any additional light that we can use. Almost got it together. Let's see if that'll make any difference. Be in the cage. I might. Hey, who's here? We're live on YouTube. So if you can, come on, go over YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's where I'm going to be giving away gifts, depending on who comes over and what's going on. Hey, what was this? Hey, who's here? I see you. I mean, not that I see you. I see that someone's here. Who's here? Hey, Centric, how are you? We live. Yes. First time. Not first time. We're together, right? I think I did it right this time. I set it up one way and it came out another, but I was determined we were not going to be disrupted. So, hey, if you'd like to join us, we're going to be doing some reads and all of that on YouTube. And if you don't know how to get to me on YouTube, check out the bio, right? And then it's a link, and you can go in the link and click on join, subscribe. I'm trying to pull in all the tools here and see what we're going to be playing with today. Because we're about to go into May, and if you have not joined me in Renee's Nest over on Patreon, you might not know we already know what the overall energy is for the month. Excuse me for a second, because I'm playing with fire. Because I'm not gonna be playing with a bunch of stuff. Let's get these out the way, because these are meant to, you know. Okay. We don't need a fire. So what's going on, Eccentric? I'm so grateful that you're here. And just because you're the first one here, we're gonna do some readings for you. We're gonna give you a read. Would you like a read? Whew, I don't know. I cannot play music because it's gonna offend one or the other. So we won't get the music. Damn. I keep carrying. I got a car set, a house set, got stuff everywhere. I'm just gonna have to try. I'm in a cage and I can't get out. So I'm doing great. You just feel cool, cool. Say I am here in the comments. Spirit, tell me what I. Mm, I appreciate you for being here and on YouTube for our read. We're going to be over here a lot more. So if you're looking for me to be on TikTok, hey TikTok, I will not be on TikTok that much. Plus, y'all are just sitting there. So I might just come off. I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes to get over to join right here, right? Over at YouTube, and then we're gonna cut TikTok off. Plus, y'all are not doing anything. Y'all not speaking. Y'all not tapping. Well, a few of are. Hey, Miss Ashley. I can't even say that. Miss Ashley tapping. Thank you, Miss Ashley. Miss Ashley, why don't you come on over to YouTube? All right. Let's see. All right, say eccentric. Say I am here. The words I am here in the chat. Thank you, Spirit, for eccentric being here today. Speak to me about what you want. There we go. Thank you. Hi, Mary. Hello. We're over on YouTube. We're getting ready to come off of TikTok, and we're gonna do some. We're trying to get. Come on over. And that information is in my bio. Let's see. Oh, that's too much. That's way too much. I gotta get backgrounds. This right here. I can't. Let's see. Mm-mm. Thank you so much. Hey, Em, how are you? Here for we're getting more and more people. Hey, morning, Ted's downloads. Come on over. We're over on YouTube where we're doing the reads. All right, eccentric. I can see your picture. Em, I'm here from TikTok. Oh, thank you so much. We got 3 people. And welcome to the Nest. This is Renee's Nest. And we're getting ready to do a reading. I'll put some of my everything I'm doing to myself like this. Something's either breaking out or hurting or something. Join us over on YouTube. Oh, you got to be over on YouTube for this. All right, here we go. Eccentric. What do you want eccentric to know? The eccentric one. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, please. Just do it a couple more times. The pleasure will come from you. Don't look for the pleasure from anyone else. Whatever you're looking for is not going to come from the outside. And I think we've been talking about that a lot. The pleasure that you're looking for, and not so much the pleasure of having things, but like the deep down sensuality, feeling that you can when you're free to look at whatever your eyes, you can make up whatever you want, you taste beautiful foods, all your senses, are awakened, and that allows you to enjoy and have pleasure, right? But redefining for yourself what pleasure means is a totally different thing. Hey everybody, we over on YouTube. That's a totally different thing, right? So what Spirit is asking you to do is stop, look, and listen about this. And I thought that's what you said, Spirit. Thank you. About self-care and trusting yourself. Because it feels like there's a lot. It feels like it's a lot. Is this making sense to you? Yes. It feels like there's a lot that's relative to making decisions on, if you do you, how would that affect something else or someone else, or being more concerned about something else rather than you entirely. And you can't have pleasure, nor can you be a pleasurable person if you're not able to self-reflect, if you're not able to give freely. You see what I'm saying? And so we're going to give you this free read for you, the first one to join us here. Thank you, Spirit. Is it this one you say? Okay, sorry. Both of them. All right. Oh, this feels good over here on YouTube. We got 4 people. If you're here, say you're here. Tell us who you are. We're giving away some free reads over here. Ooh. First one. Downtown. Time. Downtime, right? In other words, just what we were just talking about, Spirit says, listen, I need for you to pull back and relax and come off the hamster wheel. I think we were even talking about the hamster wheel yesterday, right? How we just get on the hamster wheel thinking that we're doing something right because we're busy doing busy work. Remember that? Were you there? Yeah. Hey, Ashley Rayford. We're going to answer everybody. As soon as we finish this read, we're going to come back to everybody. This is great. So, Spirit is asking you to come off of your hamster wheel, right? There's the only time that you're giving, the only thing or limitation that you're giving yourself is time. What other things? All of these, you have time, Spirit says you have freedom. But you are you running on full or empty, but everything is outside of the cage. You see that? All the goodness is out here. And that's not a pleasurable life when you feel like you're just going on and not like you're not you're accomplishing something. You're moving, but you're not accomplishing the thing that you thought you would. And so Spirit says, I want you to take note of things that are around you. Look at the top. Is that it looks like it's pointing to your head. To me, it looks like you got your angels around, right? You got your pen around, right? When things come to your mind, Spirit says, take note of it. Don't dismiss it, because this is how you're going to be able to discern better, right? And if you're worrying about, and it's also going to help you not to be concerned so much about others as much as you are about yourself, right? And so understand the very same thing. hmm The very same thing that is asking you, or the very same thing that you are asked, the Spirit is asking you to go through, is what everybody has to go through to get through something. And so when you allow yourself to feel bad about what somebody else is, how they're going to feel about your decision, you're the one at this point with the ability to overcome and have a strong mindset. But if you go back to that, right? So take note of the things, get some downtime, pull back, decide, go somewhere different to eat. Go somewhere different that you've never seen. Watch a movie you've never seen. Read a book. Do something different so that you can begin to allow yourself to craft what it is that Spirit is trying to tell you. And it's going to be sometimes so subtle. See how it's pointing to the head? It's going to be so subtle that you're just going to be like, what? I don't even get that. Right? This is part of your spiritual walk. And how do I know that? I equate that with the fact that the 34 is a 3 plus 4 is a 7, and that's a spiritual number. So here's the card for self-care. Self-care, I want you to go into nature, right? You've probably heard Spirit say that before. So in order to do that, you got to slow down, right? Go into nature. Take a walk. Let the beauty of nature feed your soul. How does that work for you? Yes, I see it was beautiful. I see 34 all the time. Yeah, so you're opening up. You see what's happening, and you are. Spirit says, now I think this then is a confirmation. You are taking note. You understand? And Spirit says, I want you to realize that the things that you're acknowledging or seeing, they're not small feats. You're really, this is exactly what I've been saying to you. And so everything that you see here then is a confirmation. Now just begin to walk in what you hear without reservation, because you don't have to be responsible for the outcome. You don't have to be responsible for how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. Remember, we don't know each other, but we met through the social media platform, right? And then things started opening up. So it's not about, you just have to follow directions. Sixth sensory. Oh, I love that. Did anybody else get anything from that? We're doing our readings. Hey, everybody on TikTok, Miss Miss Nita, we are on doing a couple free readings over here on um YouTube. We're going YouTube for a while. And Miss Eccentric just got a free reading. She was our first person here. We've got 5 people here. Let us know who you are. If you want to know about how to just get there. Just go here, right here to my bio. Click the box, and it will. I think the social medias are there. Just click on and join, and come on over. All right. Hey, Em. Okay, so Em is here too. And I think I saw. Now, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm trying to touch the screen, Lord. This is a whole different system. I got to use my hands. This is so much. Let me go back up here. So we have Alexa Appling. Grand Risings, Grand Rising. Hello, and Em is here. And we have, so Ashley is here from Mississippi. Did y'all hear the read? Yeah, come on over to YouTube. We're trying to share some free information, give away some free reads. The more people we get over here, the more I want to give away uh, a free one-on-one. Mhm. As the more we do it, we're going to try to give away something each time. So we're going to give away some reads over here today. So pardon me, I'm learning how to do this. Let me see, can I get it to gobble? How you doing, Nita? Hello, Cello Edwards. All right. So okay, me too. Em. So Em, what's your name? Is this the first time I've met you, Alicia Appling? Okay. Eccentric One is in New Orleans, and Em is in Maryland, DMV. I'm from Virginia, y'all. And I wish I could play my music. Hello, Lady D. We're giving away our free stuff over here on YouTube. So join us over on YouTube. If you can play both, that's fine. Come on over to YouTube. All right. So let me see, Spirit. Let me get I got to get my pendulum. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for protection. Yes. Give me a lollipop. Okay. Come on, hi, John. Come on in here with them. Come on. Baby, because we was about to get in. I heard Hot John say, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Come on in, baby, because we doing it." All evil. Talk about return to sender. I'm feeling that. We in some planetary stuff going on now, y'all. That is crazy, and I love it. Period. I sure do. It's intense energy. It's intense emotion. It's quick actions. Things happen suddenly. Your enemies are getting swallowed up like a mighty fire, and you feel like you are too, but you're not. Mm-mm, you're not. Let me turn this thing around. I can't get it right, y'all. You're not getting swallowed up, but it feels like it. That's the part that Spirit wants you to feel, right? So that you can understand that there are even larger forces fighting on your behalf. Is it Em that we're going to give a read to, Spirit? Em. What's your name, Ian? Put your name in the oh, Emma. Hey, Emma from Maryland. We're giving away these free reads. Not so much. If you want to get a read here on TikTok, they're 2222. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. And if you want to know how that information is up in my bio, how to join us on YouTube, Irma, what did she say? Emma. Ooh, Emma, I don't even know y'all. Thank you. Keep hitting the like buttons. I appreciate that because that's going to get us on the map a bit, right? All I don't know all to do in here and what kind of gifts that YouTube has, but I say the same thing here over in um TikToks because I know y'all lost y'all mind. It's six of y'all. I ain't got but 700 likes. I can't even show y'all the cards. I know y'all done lost all. Just in case y'all don't know over here, I don't play unless people are liking. Y'all are giving life. I don't even know how to read it. Is my volume? Wait a minute, volume. Let's make sure the volume is up. Well, I don't know. Oh God, it's doing the most today. Anyway, okay. All right, say I am here. You can hear me good. Thank you, sweetheart. Emma, say I am here in the chat. And we're going to see what Spirit has to say to you. Is this one for Emma? If you'd like to get a chat, a reading, a donation, you can always go into my give a donation. You can always go to Cash App. Yes. Ooh. Well, I think it's time to stop doing time. Spirit says it's time to stop doing it your way. Oh, this feels like it's lagging. Spirit says it's time to stop doing it your way. Hey Tracy. How you doing, love? It's time to stop. And not because your way isn't good, but your way reminds me of that last card that put you on a hamster wheel. You know what I mean? Your way makes it a little bit more anxious. Your way makes you have to figure out everything on your own, even though you have the absolute skill level to do whatever you need to do. Spirit says the divine timing part is where we're missing in the equation. Does that make sense? Thank you, Tracy. We're going to finish with this read, right? Let's see. So tell me what else you want to say. What do you want to say? Oh, okay. Spirit's asking for you to kind of pull back and put a little love in the game. Does that make sense? Put a little love in the game, right? Because that's what you're in need of. It feels like because of the things that have happened in your life, it has trained you to kind of pull or put yourself at a distance and maybe even have a wall up sometimes, doing it your way, remember? But Spirit says, listen, try a little tenderness. Speak gently to yourself first. That's the first thing. Come out of the old belief system of however, whoever, and whatever prompted you, taught you that way of loving yourself, or that is love, right? That I'll never allow anything to hurt me again, or whatever the thought process is. We're trying to change the perspective, and that is the energy of April, right? Come out from among those people who keep you in a small space and give yourself some tenderness. And I would even venture to say that um and Spirit says that you have to take action. I would venture to say that there are people that you are around that are holding you in that. And I see your cash app. I see that people there around you that are holding you in that space and asking you to take action. All right. The journey to find your lost self begins with one step. And that's one step is finding that inner child and being so sweet to yourself because your heart is big. It's just how to is that tell me if I'm on well it's that's what spirit's telling me. I can't say if I'm on because spirit's telling me to say that. It says speak gently to yourself and cherish the child within. Got it? Is she here? Okay. If we're at the point now where there's so much revealed about the people and the places, you're welcome, about the people and the places and the things around us, then it's hard to believe that what's happening is really what's happening. And it's really helping us to shed light or light on ourselves and encouraging us to take better care of ourselves outside of what we've been taught and outside of how we've been hurt and outside of whatever we're carrying, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whatever it is. You're loved enough, Emma. Spirit wants you to know that I just want you to love up on you before you continue to giving all that good love to people who may or may not, it may not be their time for that right now. You get what I'm saying? Oh Lord, don't let this fall. It won't. It won't. Oh God, yes it will. It's already out. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to get it together. Hold on. I gotta turn my studio around. Oh, Jesus. The offense. All right. Hey, Tracy. Hey. Okay, so, oh, y'all getting them up over here. You're asking for donations just after Christmas time. You ought to be ashamed. You go to fucking hell for all I can care. How about that? How about that? Hello, Alexa. How are you? We're over on YouTube today. We have 7 people over here on TikTok, and we have 2. We've had 5 over here, and now we're getting ready to do Tracy. Tracy came from because Tracy. I'm gonna do a little extra long one because you came from TikTok over. Thank you, and I'm glad that helped Emma because and if you want to talk a little bit more about it, now check out my bio. Come on over and set up an appointment, a one-on-one, so we can go more into it, or just join us over in our wellness community. We'd love to have you. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. How is that baby clowning you? Because you the biggest clown God ever made. Piece of crap. All right, let me put that down. I had to put that in there. I gotta open up a shop. I gotta open up a shop. All right, Alexa, thank you so much for being here, precious. I love you for that. Thank you so much. Wait a minute. What did I give you a card? Oop. Well, that fell out. Look what fell out again. I don't know, Alexa. This tenderness. Be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. Out of all that shuffling, that came out again. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have my beautiful soul. Thank you, Tracy. I'm gonna ask you to take. We're gonna ask everybody to just keep tapping the screen, and we're gonna ask you to nothing in the comments here in YouTube unless it's Tracy. If you'd like to get a read, please come on over to YouTube. We're just out like a premiere over here. All right. So, hey, Jazz. We're over in YouTube with our readings this morning. All right. Take a deep breath. Tracy. You have, Spirit says you have a prominent energy. Prominent. It stands out. I don't know the job that you have. I don't know if you're in management. I don't know. But you have a prominent energy. So stand in it. That's what it is. Ooh, dang. You have a prominent energy, so stand in it. Hi, Alicia. It's Ashina. I'm doing a read right now. Don't go away because I want to know how I know you. Does that make sense? You have a Spirit says you have a prominent energy. Now I want you to stand in it. So either you are holding back on the thing that you should push back. You are not giving your all, but your energy when it should be reeled in for this. Your prominence, it's like you're either a nurturer or you're a giver, or people come to you and it's prominent, but at this point you have given so much energy away that it feels drained, and it feels like, okay, it's not feeling fun anymore. Talk to me and let me know where I am with that. So Spirit says you have a prominence. I want you to use it, but I also need for you to protect your energy. I need for you to protect your energy because of that. Because instead of looking like a whole sheet, a whole slice of cheese, we're looking like Swiss cheese. In other words, this person's is taking something, this situation is taking something from you, that's taken from something. So you got to protect yourself, and know how to protect yourself so that your energy will not be taken, or that other people cannot manipulate, because energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it certainly can be manipulated. We're over on YouTube with our not free reading, but our readings. Does that make sense? And so, because you have a prominent energy, a brightness, I would say, is another word for it. There's something about you that is willing to give. And if it's willing to give, that means anybody will come and take. And because you might be so willing to give, you might not realize that people are taking your energy. But when you go back to retrieve or reconnect with or whatever, you realize that you've been being a partner to people who treat you like a companion. They don't put in the same amount of work that you do, or you don't put in the same amount of work for yourself that you do for other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Spirit says the first thing I need you to do is be quite aware of this beautiful light that is so prominent, because your light will draw in all kinds of bugs. Mm, all kinds of bugs. You get a moth, you get a mosquito. I mean, you can see how to get to the house, but if them bugs up there around that light, dog, well, everybody want a piece. You hear me? Everybody wants a piece. So Spirit says, I need for you to pull back in a little bit. Matter of fact, I surrender all so that I can. And when you get cloaked in light, that means you're in a position where you are able to hear what Spirit is saying to you. Ooh. And Spirit says, I don't think we're there yet, because you have the people pleaser in you, the big heart in you doesn't want anybody to be without if you can help it. But that's not the way. That's not called happiness or wholeness. Hey, Ronald, that's not happiness. That's not wholeness. If you all like to come and get a read, we're over in YouTube doing these reads. Get what I'm saying? And this is not because you're doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. It's not about judgment. It's not about right, wrong, good or bad. It's about whether you're aware of what's happening to you, why it's happening to you, and how to be in control of what's happening to you. You get what I'm saying? If you can cloak yourself, cloak your energy, which simply means excuse me, going into spirit and having your angels and your ancestors protect you divinely, energetically, because we're not fighting against, our warfare is not physical, it's spiritual, right? What else? Share a breath. And I always say that's when you need to talk about something. I think that share breath simply means it's time for you to talk to somebody or say something, because you can't keep going with and being depleted. Remember, the Swiss cheese has the holes, right? And most of them, and then you go back into those situations and into those places continually to give that information, to give your energy. And Spirit says, you have this big energy, I'm gonna need you to pull it back. And first of all, when you pull it back, I want you to look at it. I told my client the other day, I said, I want you to pull something back and look at it from a third, I think we're on live, from a third perspective, a third party perspective. In other words, yeah, it was a client. And I said, in other words, if you were talking to your girlfriend and it didn't have nothing to you, but you, that's your good girlfriend, right? That's your girl. That's, or your friend or your confidant, that you know that if you say something to them, that they are going to always tell you the truth about, right? So look at it from that perspective, not from the perspective of the emotions that you have attached to the situation. Stand back, look at it, and watch these people, places, and things act and react to you saying no, to you doing the opposite of what they expect from you. And you're going to notice yourself too. Say what you need to say and see how it changes how people say, how people see you. Demand by doing what you need to do for yourself, what you need, and see how important you think you are to them. You'll find out. Thank you, Rhonda, for stopping by, my love. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. All those things that I'm so drained. Absolutely. Because you have a mindset that see, all what's happening in our lives is that spirit is asking us to release the definitions, the paradigms, the belief systems, the traditions, all of these things. You have to release those, because it's those false definitions that hold us captive. I can't do that because that's mama. I can't do that, but that's because that's the boss. And I can't say that because they'll feel like everything is always about something else. Have you noticed that? Just like the last read says, take note, stand back, and watch. All you have to do is make one small decision and watch people react. And from a third party looking in, you're like, oh, see, because if you're looking in as a third party, you don't know these people. You're just looking at their actions and reactions. Hmm? Oh, look what came up for you. It's time for you to have some pleasure. You're drained. You're giving all of your energy away and you don't even know how to protect yourself, right? Or you don't even know who to protect yourself from. So Spirit says, that's why I don't need for you to understand what they look like. I need you to understand the energy. So if it's the energy you feel over here when you get with this person, and then when you go outside and you feel it over here and it's not good energy, you know to get away from it. Or before you leave the house, let me get myself together. Let me protect myself energetically, because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. In other words, we can't see them. It's not like we're gonna walk out here with a gun and say, "Listen, I wish somebody would." You have to be cloaked in protection. Does that make sense? And when you're cloaked in protection, what does it say? And when you close, and you can share this breath, you can take some time. You can step back and see. You can talk to somebody. You now are in control rather than like at the first reader being on that hamster wheel. Thank you. Being on that hamster wheel. And when you come off the hamster wheel, baby bubble, look what happens. What's pleasure? Pleasure is right in your soul, your sacral chakra. That's your five senses. You're looking at things differently. You're smelling things differently. You're right. Like, I like to go to the botanical gardens. You're eating different foods. You're allowing your senses to be awakened and your pleasure to be first. Because if you don't fill your tank, who the fuck gonna get some of that? They're gonna get some tank it, some sludge tank love. And then you drain. Mm-mm. This says, do something just for fun. Pleasure is one of life's essential nutrients. Pleasure. We're talking balance. If you giving, and not giving to yourself at all, look at her. She don't look like she having no problem with pleasure. Bubbles everywhere. And you can't be running doing bubbles. I mean, not to enjoy them. You can run with them to see how they come out, if you have one of those bubble thingies. But when you're enjoying your bubbles and your bubble baths, isn't that pleasure? When was the last time you took time and didn't feel guilty about taking the time? What she said? All of the things. I'm so drained. She says, Jesus be offense. It's spot on, coach. You're right. Right. And see, here's the thing. Again, these reads are love. This is love. This is letting you know how much spirit has been talking to you. Now it comes through me, a person that you've never met, but that's you followed your intuition, not just on TikTok, but to come over here. You see how you got led into? That's intuitive guidance. When you lean into your intuitive guidance, it'll tell you, listen, excuse me, pardon me. It'll tell you, listen, don't go over there today. Listen, what I need you to do, don't think it's strange, but just put a little bit of salt and water and wash the windows with it. And then like salt and water, and then you ask spirit, why salt and water? Guess what's happening? You're curating a relationship. Then you begin to trust what you are following, like you trusted the steps to me. I prayed for you. I prayed that you come, and you did. And guess what happened? What I said, whoever spirit you want me to hear, want to hear, whoever needs to hear what you have to say through me, let them come. Cash App. You found Cash App, came over to YouTube. Guess what? Of you, your higher self, I'll say. This is how much you know that what you've been feeling is not off. I need you to quantify and qualify that. Be led by spirit. And so I suggest, I always do, come on, let's work together so I can teach you some things about who you are, right? I'm sure that there are parallels to our journey. I don't know if you've come out of the church, if you are changing all types of belief systems and like, oh my God, what the heck is this shit? Right? But let's talk together, because this is not a time for the light workers or the people of the light, the ascending souls, to be confused. It's a very auspicious time to take advantage of these planetary changes and use them as a trajectory rather than as a place of fear. I'm guilty of trying to prove my worth to people who could care nothing about my well-being. I understand. I feel I got you, because we all have that feeling of want. She said, I'm guilty of trying to prove my worth to people people who care nothing about my well-being. Anybody over here feel that way? You talking and playing with people, they could care less. But it makes you feel like you're something, like on the hamster wheel, but it's really not producing anything. And they're sucking every bit of your energy out of your whole life. And you just feel the need to talk, share your breath. Share it with me. Share it with someone who can direct you as an ascending soul to get the life the most pleasure from your life. Thank you so much for allowing me to share that word with you. Oh my goodness. And don't forget, go over to patreon.com/Renee's Nest. Choose one of those levels of engagement, whether it's mastering self, one-on-one with coach, wellness toolbox, or healing. Choose one of those levels. Or if not, just join down in our wellness toolbox, our wellness community. But if you join in any of those first four that I mentioned, you get free access to that. I hope that was a blessing. Was that a blessing to anybody over here? Thank you. I thought it was a nice reading. I think it touched everybody because we're all one. Yes. Oh, I can do it too. Oh, look at me. All right. Who's next? I don't know how to control this thing. Hey, Jen Jen. Hey. Who is next? We have three people here. Oh, who's this for? It keeps coming up. I think this is for everybody then. This is for everybody. This is certainly the energy of April. Deciding who you're hanging around, whether it's worth it. Are you giving the right time to the right thing or the people? And don't give up because it's time to, because you're in this position, right? Most people tell me, and we were talking about it the other night in the nest. Most people find it hard to slow down because what am I supposed to do? It sounds silly to say that, but doesn't that make sense? You want me to slow down and do what? Anybody ever? Doesn't that sound crazy? But it's so true. But if I slow down, then what you want me to do? Sit the down. Look, on the hamster wheel. Did we talk about it? So maybe that's the message for the collective. We have three people over here in in um in YouTube. I am so grateful. Did I read for all three people? Who is the other person? Because I'm just reading for people over here. And I keep trying to touch this thing, and I got to use my whole. Lord, I ain't use a mouse on a live. Alexa. Alexa had to go. I did give her a card though. Who else is here? That part. Eccentric. Listen, nobody in the room, including me, is is exempt from this. Point blank in the period. Why? Because you're not listening. If you're not getting what you want, or not, it's here it is. Either you're not listening and you're looking to the right, and we talked about it. You're looking to the right, and spirit is tapping you on the left, right? So you're not paying attention. You're missing the clues because you're not grounded. Remember, this. We just come off that full moon in Scorpio. Intense emotion on top of a full moon that's about emotion. Jupiter is all about expansion. So Jupiter, the sun, and Uranus are conjuncting. They come together. So all of that energy, what do they bring? I see and feel the anointing. I will lead. I know you were. You were let you followed. You followed. And that's what spirit is trying to get you to understand, to trust that. Um, so when all of those planets come to, God says, look, whatever happens up there is happening right here. What happens above is happening below because we are one. We're just a higher version of who God is. I mean, God is the highest version of who we are. And as you ascend, you become more aware of your language. What's that? Intuition, synchronicities, dreams, numbers, voices. Because you're more, see, they that worship, remember, we keep saying it, they that worship, which means they that align, must do so in spirit. And so if you keep aligning, you are ascending and you're exercising more of our higher self. And the truth starts. They that worship must worship in spirit and in truth, because spirit is truth. Spirit is unconditional love. So everything that when we get to spirit, when we get to that unconditional love part, everything that is not unconditional love in us got to like, let go. What? I can't. No, that's too much. You know what? I'm gonna go over here and feed the hungry. That make me feel better. Yeah. No, I think I'll be a teacher and teach our youth. So you do things outside of yourself on a hamster wheel. Why? Because it makes you feel better. She said, I was in my feelings. My intuition told me to be still. Period. Because why? I told you to sit down. Why? And so that's when we get to that Lexi, excuse me, Ginger said, I was totally in my feelings. The spirit told me to sit down. Why? Like you have to be taught because you don't know no better. Like you're a spiritual toddler. What toddler do you know, or what baby? Even now, some of us can't even put on a hard bottom stride rights yet. You can't put on your spiritual stride rights. You can put on some soft bottom white stride rights, but they just because your feet are beginning to be molded. Them hard bottoms is when you start to learn how to walk. Some of y'all can't even, not yet. Mm-mm. You trying to put on stilettos. You breaking your ankles. The hard bottoms. You know them ones. Because if they ever kick them ankles, baby, you ever had a hard bottom, white stride right, hit your goddamn leg? Ooh, right? So spiritually, you are not your age. You're not 35. You're not 62. You're not 28. You ain't got the one yet. And you over here trying to, see them little girls and little boys that got on the parents' shoes, trying to walk around in their shoes, scuffing them up. The feet come right within the toe spot. The rest of it, the whole shoe, is they could probably put another kid in it. Because they're trying to mimic something that is not true. That's what this is. I need y'all to come on over to YouTube. I'm not over here on YouTube. Hello. I'm not trying to do this. I want you to come over here. All you have to do is what? Hit my picture, open it up, and there's a link. Hit the link and you see YouTube. YouTube, join, subscribe, whatever, notifications. Hey, Janet, good day. Right? And so now you're being told to sit your tail down. And you're appalled, like you clutching your purse, like, so what? How am I? Wait a minute. That's our word, y'all, right? Wait a minute. W-A-Y. I think I want to say WAYMEN. We're not even gonna put a T. Wait, man. You can put the T, but you don't say it. The T is silent. You like a Paul. Especially listen. I'm trying to help you transform or change by the renewing. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Cause see, you still over there looking over there, half got one ear trying to hear, is, because you're a companion with your spirituality. See, when you're a partner with it, you've yielded, you've surrendered. You get up looking, hearing, expecting. You get up interpreting your dreams. You're not afraid because you're hearing from past people who have passed over. Because you're getting clairvoyant. You're getting more clear with the voice. You're hearing the voice more. You're seeing the visions. That's clearer now because that's truth. You're aligning, and when you're aligning with the universal life force, which I call God, not the God of my church, that ain't it. That's the one you had to pray for and hope that something happened. I hope that my ship come in, God. We're talking about the one that you know that you are aligned with and are a part of, and you exercise that kind of audacity. And when it says slow your roll, and you talking about well, knuck if you buck, Spirit's like, okay, hey, I got what you need. Listen, whatever you say, that's what we gonna do. You want abundance? You want to knock if you buck? Then I got you. You want to repeat that? That means you want to repeat the cycle because you can't hear. It's not about judgment. It's about you called the shots and Spirit gave you what the hell you asked for. Hmm. So check what you asked for. He is not making it up. Eccentric Rain. Facts. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Now that Eccentric said, who put it over here? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me the whole time? You mean to tell me they were doing the? So you mean to tell me all the time I was looking at it and it was? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, because I told you to slow down, but you talking about? I'm in my feelings. Listen, I ain't got time to slow down because I got to do ABC. Especially, I tried to tell you. Listen, let me show y'all my ghetto chart because I ain't never changed it. When you are in the incorrect lane, doesn't in a police officer, let's just say you going down the one-way street the opposite way. There's a law of the land, right? Come on, sit team with me because it's about to get good. Excuse me. So, in order for you to get your license, you gotta take a test. Well, first of all, some people go get their learner's permit because they want to make sure that I got this together. Or if you like a little fast booty, if when I used to grow, when I was coming up was when I turned 15 in 8 months, I'm gonna get my learner's permit. What? I was at the DMV though. Because I was you're ascending. You're going from a teenager to a card carrying halfway almost adult. The hell? I got my learner's permit. Balls. Soft as cotton, but they're balls. You see how you're ascending. The same thing happens when you keep you keep thinking that spirit. Excuse me. The same thing happens with spirituality. We know all of this. We know all of this information, but we've been asleep so long that now we reawakening to it. But we still have to go through the process of the learner's permit, the driver's license, the test on the road. So what happens is you don't realize you in the wrong lane all the time because you ain't never been on the road. Better yet, you going to Europe, you learn how to drive in America, and you learn, and then you wind up living in Europe where everything is switched. what? Wait a minute. So now your whole perception has changed. You done went got all this training with this learner's permit and this and the balls that you got with your license, and that's plastic. Now you can't, huh? Genius, that's ours with plastic, right? Now you move to another place, Ascension. Girl, you speaking this. I'm gonna need y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think y'all stop hitting the screen. I can't tell what's going on in YouTube. YouTube, I can tell, but I can't see how many likes, all of those kinds of things. I like it. Right? And so now you move to Europe and they drive on the opposite side of the car. And almost like in New York, everywhere in you, they just drive. They fast. They plus you got to learn. So now you got to know which lane to be in on the opposite side of the car, and you trying to teach yourself in 5 o'clock traffic. Oh, woo woo woo, that's cute. Oh. And you mad at the traffic though. This the part. You're mad at the people in the traffic. You having road rage because you don't know the rules. You chose to learn how to fight in the battle instead of practicing. You don't have any idea of where you are, where you everything's foreign. And you're going to try to apply the same principles from the United States DMV law with the car that drives on the left to another country that you haven't read the rules, but the driving is on the right, and now you're going to go in traffic to go somewhere you've never been. I mean, so we got a right, Tracy, right? So we got Tracy here. We have eccentric, and who else is here? Who else is here? I want to see here in YouTube. Come on over to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to see who it is. Oh, me. Oh, my bad. This is me. So we have 3 of us here. Come on in over. Join my YouTube because we're going to be over here a whole lot more. And we've given these 2 ladies some reason. We having fun, right, y'all? Thank you so much. The more you come over, the more people we have over here. I'm going to be giving away reads, and I'm going to be giving away services as well as we go on with this. He said, I need to let go of fight or flight mode. No, don't let go of anything that you are. You just do management. That's what shadow work is. Shadow work allows you to see and be able to do something about it. So anyway, back to the car. I was going to tell you about my ghetto chart. Which lane are you in? Are you in God's lane, trying to figure out the outcome, or are you in your lane, doing the process? What's the process? The process is doing who, what, when, where. Excuse me, doing knowing what to do and following your intuition. But when you are in here, it is a little ghetto, but it is. But when you are in God's lane, you trying to figure out all the things God's supposed to figure out. That's too much. You're trying to find when I'm going to do it, who going to do it, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. That's when you're on. That's when you're like this. Where is it? That's this. This is a short. When you're in the outcome, trying to figure out the outcome, you're definitely in the wrong lane. You're definitely on the hamster wheel because you can't do that. Just like you didn't know me. Out of all the whole country, Spirit, since you here, and you followed the intuition and got what you needed, that you didn't know how, when, where. You just thought maybe you were just coming over, right, to blah, blah, blah. That's why you have to be aware, right, and allow yourself to know the rules, because everything that you learned before has switched over. When you're ascending, none of this right here translates over here. Period. Mm-mm. It's all about the vibe. It's all about the frequency. It's all about being led and guided into all truths. It's all about connecting to your higher self so it could tell you what to do. And because you chose to come here at this auspicious time, this lifetime, and you're waking up at this time, that just certainly means that you come to help the evolution of this new earth. So get over yourself. It ain't about him. It ain't about her. It ain't about your marriage. It's about letting go of those things that won't let you cross over. When you're like this, you all the things that you grew up with, you took the test, all your belief systems, they cross the fuck up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if you're trying to apply these principles to this walk, you're going to miss all this. You're not going to trust yourself because it doesn't fit. Because they that worship must worship in spirit and in truth. And I don't have nothing to. So how did you get to me? How did you get the answers today that you wanted? How did you hear? You paid attention to what spirit led you to, and it was something as mundane as a live broadcast on a TikTok or YouTube. It could be something. It could be you could yesterday. I keep telling about the bird that came. Now I know the whole story now. My cousin called me and I put the whole story together about the dove that kept coming to my porch. Now I know why. Some things you're gonna have to make a note of it. Remember, we had that first one. Make a note of it because it may not mean something right now. But later when I lead you and you continue to walk in the right direction, not the right direction, the design direction. As I help you to lay aside these weights. These are the weights. These are the weights. This is shadow work. This whole process like this. This is the way you were taught. This is the way you believe. This is the way you believe is right. This is your comfort zone, right? And now Jupiter, which is up there wreaking havoc, is saying, "Excuse me, I would like to expand. That's my nature. So let's come out of our comfort zone." And because the full moon is in a Scorpio, it's changing, bring you out of your comfort zone, and you're intensely emotional, whether it's happy or sad. And if you don't know that's what's happening, what do you think you're going to do? Thank you. I got to go get something for my nerves. I need to go talk to the doctor. Because you're trying to apply these principles right here with this situation, and that ain't gonna work either. This your co-insurance saying you got enough money to get you some assistance to a coach or counselor or someone, right? And you do it, and I suggest please do it. But if you find out that that counselor is not talking about these things, and you keep giving your money to it, I have the credentials on this side and that side. Not perfect, but if you've been led here, let's get it together. Okay? Let's get it together because you are not trusting yourself and you can't go any further and things are changing quicker than you. If spirit is telling you to leave a certain area, don't try to figure it out. Do it. If it's telling you to leave a certain particular mindset, let it go. Do it. Because just as those doves kept coming to my porch, I didn't know what it was, but the first time I might have noticed it, but not as much. The second time, it really got my attention. And when someone told me their story and I understood what that meant, then I understood I was trusting myself. I wasn't discarding nasty ass birds. Do you see what I'm saying? You have to trust and know what that feels like. And as your coach, as your mental health professional mix, as your advocate, my job is to help you across this bridge. Because as a toddler trying to wear stilettos, you look crazy. you you trying to walk. Oh, they so cute. They're so cute. They don't even know with their own. They can't even identify with their own body. Oh, bless it. We just taking pictures. Baby's ankles toe down. Now they got to get for Easter. They got to have a shiny pair of chloroforms with a little bit of heel on them. I can't stand kids looking like old people. I'm sorry, I cannot. I cannot. And now we're creating something in our child. Look, just remember to breathe. Hey, Alicia. No, her name is not Alicia. Ashina. 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 Hey, Ashina, how are you? Am I saying the right person? You in here? Come on. Come on in here and get some of these. Thank you for the next necklaces. I appreciate that. We're doing the readings over here in YouTube. If you're up for that, if you're open, Sheena, for a card, Alshina, say I am here. Ooh, wait. I don't know if you open. If you are, this is for you. Or is this for you? Who is this for? I'm waiting for Sheena. Thank you. All is well with me. Thank you. We're just waiting for Alshina. Did anybody see that? Oh, y'all ain't talking. Okay. I do thank you for those necklaces that I appreciate, Alexa. All right, Alshina, is this for you? Are you here? If you are, I want to give you a card for showing up and coming back. And came off your game. You over there on the hamster wheel again, Spirit said. You stopped doing all the things that were working because you thought that you were better. And you were for a minute. Let me see. And I think she's gone. I believe she's been in and out. Yeah. Well, this is the card when I asked that, and maybe it wasn't for her. This is it. Back to the basics. Like pretty much like we've been talking, right? Thank you, Moonshine Face. Is this you, baby? Is this for Moonshine Face? Absolutely. That's what Spirit just told me. Is this for you, Moonshine? Yep. That's what Spirit just says. Getting back, and other people, but specifically getting back to those things, we just kind of fell off the square for a minute. Just kind of, you know how you ever been in traffic and you look down for a second or whatever, or something catches and you found yourself veering over into the other lane without even knowing it, and you hear bah, bah, bah. You hear other people indicating to you that you've gotten out of your space, you've gotten out of the line. You ever heard of that? Yeah. Look, let me see. Look at it. I'm sorry. You used to go running, take care of yourself, get your eye makeup. You used to put on, drink your water, eat your fruit. You need to get up and have a certain thing you used to do, but you got off your game. And that's what Spirit says for the month of April. When you have to be, when you acknowledge that you need to get back to basics, that's the time when you also acknowledge that you have been a companion with your spirituality. You have not been partnering with it. You have not been putting in the work, giving your equal part, right? You know, I was drinking water, and I can for even for myself drinking water. Like I said, everything is about me. I can tell by my skin, right? But if I'm not working out regularly, I don't drink as much water, and I'm not working out as much because of a lot of different things, right? But that doesn't take away the fact that the body is still asking for back to basics. So, moonshine, spirit wants you to be very mindful of coming back to what you know to be the thing that keeps you on your game. Because don't what is the remember we're talking about Uranus and the comfort zone. Your comfort zone is toxic. Your comfort zone keeps you doing things out of alignment. Your comfort zone keeps you on a hamster wheel. It keeps you around the same people doing the same thing. There's no growth, there's nothing new, right? Thank you. She said, my family is very toxic, right? And so to stay in that, on that hamster wheel, it's like, I'm gonna need you. Can't you see? Same cards, we ain't doing nothing different. Same cards. Can't you see that there's something about, remember, I don't know if you were here, we're talking about the cottage cheese or the Swiss cheese, constantly depleting you. And because you may believe that it's my family, it's my mom, it's my sister, it's my brother, it's whoever it is, it's my child, it's my husband, it's whoever, my wife, I have to do certain things and negate myself and fall into the toxic pattern that I keep creating, not only for me, but for my children and for generations to come. I'm perpetuating the toxicity by staying in the comfort zone. And if you like that, Spirit says, I ain't got no problem with it. If you like it, I love it. Because I ain't got a dog in the fight. I'm just trying to tell you, I just bring abundance. And if you want an abundance of that, so shall it be. It's a perspective, it's an energy, it's a frequency, it's a whole vibe. And see how that is? You can see it. You see how that tuning fork is putting out that information? It keeps going out further and further. And you're like, I don't even know what that is. I'm scared. No, I gotta. You need to. I'm gonna keep going like I'm going because mama, daddy, sister, brother, job. I'm good. And over there crashing. So, hey, Katie, y'all come on up. I need some people to come over to YouTube. I'm not gonna be. I'm gonna get ready. I said it's gonna come off of TikTok. That's all right. They're gonna take us off. You ain't gonna worry about it. Renee's Nest. Thank you, Moonshine. Face. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful of you. I appreciate that. Eccentric Tracy. I'm still yeah. No, I get you. Y'all doing it. But these are the same cards. We're just adding this one. Back to basics. Remember our songs? We coming from the book of Doobie, the Doobie Brothers. It comes from somewhere back in your long ago. A sentimental fool is trying hard to recreate what had yet to be created. Once in your life, you mustered a smile for that nostalgic tale. You better tap the screen for this singing. You mustered up a smile. You saw it. You felt the vibe. You know what spirit was telling you? You sitting there looking like, listen to this fool. Think I'm listening to this. She mustered up a smile for that nostalgic tale. That lie. That's a nostalgic tale. Because he and he, her, it doesn't have to be a he, whatever how it kicks for you. Had a place in her life. Thank you. And he never let her think twice. What does that mean? You saw on the hamster wheel, you can't even see it. And they're gonna let you believe what you believe because you need to stay in the comfort zone. Uranus about to rock your as it rises. This is your shadow, you and your shadow talking. As he rises to your apology. What is that? You getting ready to, because you're sitting over there with that smile to my they think I'm stupid. Listening to this lie again. And as you get up, because as she rises to her apology, everybody else could surely know. They're like, oh shit. I think she see it. I think she paying attention. He gets it now. Wait, man. He's watching her go. Woo! What a fool believes he sees. When you get back to it, baby, no wise man has the power. Hey, to reason. Come over to YouTube, Queen. Come over here. We're gonna give her regular readings. To reason away. No wise man has the power to say that ain't happening. By the time this sun, this moon, Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, all of them get together with your sign and shake your keep sending it somewhere back in your lung. Keep coming back. Your shadow has to keep coming because the spirit says, I want you to know when you're on is you is or is you know. And every round, next round, by sometime you're supposed to have on some hard bottom stride rights by now. Your ankle's supposed to be strong enough to stand up now. What a fool believes. What a fool believes what? He sees. You believe what you want to see. But no wise man you can't change energy. You can't create it, but you can manipulate it. Then we skip over to the book of Hall and Oates. I can't go for that. See, that's why when you come off the hamster wheel and you like and you step back, wait a minute, like Martin and Gina, and say, oh, wait a minute. She said that was worth setting it long. Wait a minute, and century, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute, I got off my game a little bit because that was wait a minute. And you start doing the thing, you start doing your walking, you start praying, you start eating better, you start feeding yourself. You remember we're talking about the pleasure of doing us first, being the first partaker, and then the book of do become up. I mean the book of all the notes, like easy willing over time. Where do I draw the line? I gave you all my heart, my whole body. And now you want my soul. You want my soul. You want my soul. You know what? Because wait a minute. Hold on. Did you just say, now you want my soul? I can't go for that. No can do. No. I can't go for that. No. Mm-mm. No can do. I can't go for that. Can't go for that. Mm-mm. I done gave you all this, and the more I give, because see, when you step back and you get back on your game, when you get back on your game and you do 1, 2, 3 step back, what you find out? Hold up, didn't I tell somebody earlier? Treat your situation like you talking to your best friend. You really don't have an emotional involvement with it, right? You're looking at it from this pure, unemotional state. And you say, listen, does this make sense? Does this make sense? That's what you got to do to yourself. I can't go. I don't give a whole flying fig if it's your mom, it's your dad, it's your sister, or your brother. Everybody has the same mission as you. And for someone to lean on, someone to lean on you to the point, or you, excuse me, allow people, places, and things to lean on you to the point where if you move, you piss them off, and then you put yourself back into the comfort zone, the toxic zone. I can't go for that. No. Hey, no can do. I can't go for that. Mm-mm. What are the words? Let me read the words. You've been easy willing and going overtime. And they sitting over there being a companion. And you doing you're doing the work. You're doing the, what is it? The partnership. See, partners work, they got a certain goal. They're working together to get that got that part, they have their part. Sometimes they cross over and do things because they know they got to get the job done. Right? Then I tell you, this month spirits ask you to make that determination. Now you might have started out as companions, but you and yourself wanted a little bit more. So now you're doing partnership shit to, and they doing the companion. You wonder why they ain't growing. What is my baby back? Wait a minute. Yes, you are in my business. We got the same message sent down somewhere. Sit down. Listen to me. This is the message for the day. And this was your message, Alshina. She might not be here. There's just two of us here. But that was for her. But that's for all of us. Didn't it make sense? Where do I draw the line? Hit me. Heck yeah. Look at my video on TikTok. I put it up a couple days ago, and I'm singing this song. I can't go for that. And it asks you whatever the song is, it's asking you, where do you draw the line? You have to make that determination. And whatever you do is not going to be help. Nobody's going to necessarily like it. Not your problem. Because now that you're stepping back and coming off of this hamster wheel. And what's a hamster wheel? Sometimes, how do you get off the hamster wheel? Some of us don't know nothing but this. The only way we come off of it is maybe through an incident in our life. We might have to, you lose your job, your car might break down. Something that you love has taken you off of that steady cycle. This is a cycle, so that you can kill, not kill, so that you can complete this generational cycle that you're in. That's all this is. And the moment that you recognize it, the moment it stops for everybody else behind you, because you're the one that's breaking the cycle. But you can't get past family. You can't get past the title. But if you step back, you'll see that you doing this and they doing this. And then you'll notice that since you're doing all this, whenever you stop, they're going to rise up to see, wait a minute, what's wrong with you? Oh, ever since you've been doing this and ever since you've been doing that, and the devil is a lie. I don't know who you are in YouTube. I mean, yeah, you best go. Yeah, there's some people in top, I was going to say toxic talk. Yeah, toxic talk, TikTok. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. I've been feeling you. Don't play. Watch yourself. Y'all think I don't know who you are? Don't mind how I talk. Because you might sound like I'm in your court, baby, but I know who you are and I can feel you here. If you want, thank you, God. That's enough. Okay. Okay. I got you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Alshina, sit down somewhere. That was for you. That when you left, Alshina, this is the card because I was asking you, did you want, would you mind because you came over? Would you mind getting a card? And I think you left. But this is the one that came out, and we started talking about it. But just talking about getting back to the things, right? All of those things on that picture, right? What are those mundane things? They don't, not huge things, but they're small things that make huge impressions, right? The other thing is, I want you all, who is, I don't know, but I just feel like, am I feeling this? Is this what I'm feeling? Or, hmm, let me check because I'm ready to go. A lot of divine connections coming up, okay? Lots of divine connections. Let me get out the picture with this. A lot of divine connections coming up. And I also feel that as an ascending soul, you are going through more intense emotions and last minute things that you are letting go or noticing about yourself because you're about to walk into your divine connection. I just said that yesterday. I will not let my family generation die. That's right. The only way you can do that is doing it yourself. Whatever is you're finding it hard to overcome, that's the thing. That's the generational thing, right? So everything that you're overcoming, it's like uh cutting away at that cord, right? But some people don't know. I don't know what the generational curse is. Well, if you're whatever you're struggling with, that's the common denominator for everybody in your family and some. And you won't know until you get off. I mean, until you get on the road. Does that make sense? You're not going to know. Because if God told you, if you knew the way, then you start running. Because you know, all they got to do is give you half of two parts of the direction. Baby, they give you two ingredients, you're gonna make the whole cake with your own. The rest of it. Oh, that's all right. I got it. Told you to take the medicine for 10 days. You start feeling better after 5. So you stop taking it all. Okay, I got this. You that one. Spirit can't give you nothing all at one time. You be ran down the road with them stilettos on, looking like a toddler with a big Sophia Petrillo purse. So somebody's coming into this love. There's some love coming. There's some love coming, y'all. Somebody's getting some. Give me the 10,000 over here on TikTok. Stop playing with me now. Love is in the air. Well, Spirit said, before that happens, I need you to pay attention to these things that are coming back. That you that you had to draw the line. Those things that's coming up from you long ago. That ain't the devil. That's your shadow asking you to check it out. Everything from the left, the right, the up, and the down. Wholeness to everyone in this chat. Have a blessed day. You too. And thank you so much for your support, Moonshine Face. Everything is transmuted here and returned to sender. So if your balls start to overhear something ain't right in TikTok, y'all keep playing with me, but it's all right. Let's get our lights up to 10,000. the love part. There's something that you have to, there's something that spirit keeps telling you, divine one, ascending soul, that you are not paying attention to. Oh, 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 okay. I get it. You want, that's that hamster. I already jumped, put it back in there. That's that hamster wheel again. Where did I put it back? Here it is. Mm-hmm. See, this the problem. This is where you are. You're too busy trying to figure out that thing. What is this? What is this that you this is you can have it. But I think the way you're going, you see how she getting ready to go down the road? You see how where she going? But where is the pearl at? The pearl by my finger. Where she headed? Wait a minute. Ashina. Ashina said, wait a minute. Yeah, where's she heading? Here's here's the prize right here. But what direction she going? On the hamster wheel. She on the hamster wheel. Ain't heard spirit say, hey, wait a minute. Turn, no. Look over here. It's shiny. Wait a minute. Hello. She like, girl, listen, let me tell you something. That's when spirit don't give us all the information at one time. Because all they got to give you two directions, two coordinates. There you go. You get on that daggone, you can't hear good when you're on the hamster wheel. Because automatically you just going in a circle and you don't know that you're going in a circle. So you already in a special place. Precious. I'm just saying. So now that you're in that special place going in your own world, round and round we go. And spirit is talking to you way over here, and you going way down there. Look at her. This is happy chasing the butterflies. Do 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 do. The beautiful butterfly and some extra. The beautiful butterfly and some extra is over here. She can't even hear. She don't even know she's going in the wrong direction. Hey, unbox spiritually. Don't play with me. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. Come on over here to YouTube. Come on over here to YouTube, y'all. That's what we are. I'm giving free reads to people. Come over to YouTube. I bet your ass come over here now. I'm gonna get you unboxed spiritually. You doing too much. I can't. So anyway, so remember we're talking about love. I told you that I felt like spirit is gotten some. This is coming back. So we already said right that the first card were that we're doing the most, and we're on a hamster wheel, and it's time to sit down. And when we sit down, and that doesn't mean literally stop doing. That just means being led what to do, when to do, how to do, and stay out of the lane that don't belong to you. Stay out of the outcome lane. And when you stay out of the outcome lane, then you start to like, wait a minute, hold up. What's so you mean it? You starting to say that, I've been giving all of my time and my effort as a partner to this companion. How you mean to tell me I couldn't stop doing what I was doing, but until I had my accident and had to be home, or until I let my job go, until I blah blah blah, I couldn't see it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So now that I see it, I realized that I've been off my game. I have been a companion to my spirituality. I need to get back to basics because anything can me off my game. And so since I don't want that to happen, since I do now acknowledge that I have been chasing after things without being led. The spirit wants you to chase your dreams, but chase your dreams under the right direction, under divine timing. And so now, since I realized I've been going doing the right thing, but going in the wrong direction, vibe, I'm going to get back to basics. And when I get back to basics, well, no, before I get back to basics, I've been knowing that no, that's not it, because that's not how it came. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Get back to basics. Okay, it did come out the power. Okay, so once you get back to basics, that's what you start to understand. You acknowledge the power that you have. You understand because you stood back a little bit and looked at the situation and accumulate. Oh, we got some more people. Miss Spiritually Unboxed. Hey, hey, Jennifer. Oh, hey. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you. We're going to give y'all a read. Give you at least a card like we told you we would. All right, listen. So now you're getting your power back, but you know what? You're kind of scared of it. Why are you scared of it? Because it don't look anything like you've ever been taught. But once you get once that power comes in, you own it. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning. You realize these things are not happening to me, they're happening for me. And how can you find that? Sometimes, if you don't have a community, if you have a person, do you don't have any support, this is a hard road to know. Because for me, coming out of the church, and I'm talking about straight holiness, Church of God in Christ, you can't join it. You got to be born in it. Don't taste not, touch not, smell not, wear not, nothing not. No pants, ain't never went to a gay, all them kind of things. I'm talking about because I'm 65. I'll be 65 this year. So you can imagine when I was growing up and how strict, and my daddy was a preacher turned bishop. And for you to have to make some decisions last card to say, I can't go for that. You know what? I've been easy. I've been willing. And I've been putting in overtime. So what I'm gonna have to do is revamp. I'm coming off this damn hamster wheel, and I'm gonna change because now I'm looking at it like this. It says, "Chase your dreams." You may be surprised by where it leads you. Go on TikTok. Why? Don't worry about it. Just go on YouTube. Let me put these up. Let me give you some. Who's over here? Who came first? Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Who are you on TikTok, Jennifer? What's your name on TikTok? Thank you for Jennifer. I'm gonna give you a card. If you want to like a read or this one card read, say I am here. We're doing that for you here. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, and the same thing with you. I'm about spiritual. I am here good first. Thank you, Jennifer. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do it again. In through your nose. Hey, Jimmy Dinks. Out through your mouth. What do you want me to tell, Jennifer? I'm sorry. I heard it really loud. Sit down. I heard it sit. You know how old folks sat down? Sat your ass down. Jennifer. Don't shoot me. Oh, wait a minute, Jennifer. Because Spencer, I got something I want to teach you. And it's something that you've been asking for. But you won't come off this damn hamster wheel. I can't get you to slow down because I don't know if it's a fear that if I slow down, what am I supposed to do? Because you're a doer. You got to have something to do. Am I close? No, I gotta be because you told me. I know. I just want to hear what she say though. Can I? Thank you. Are you a doer? Are you going to school? Are you thinking about going to school? Are you thinking about expanding something even further? Ooh, Jennifer, though, Spirit say, wait a minute. Can I be nosy? I want to ask another one. Laugh out loud. You're the provider, yep. Ooh, sit down. Ooh, ooh, Spirit say, well, you know why I want you to sit down? Because we need to talk. You got what it takes, baby. You got the skills to pay the bills. However, exhausted. I cannot even catch you. I feel like your hair fly by when people's hair fly by when you walk past. Even mine's, and I ain't even got none. Oh, you busy. Oh, I said, I'm a nurse. Want to start a healthcare company. Yeah, and I believe it. Because this card came out first. So you must be in the process of building that, finding all about what it takes to do that. You know, but here's the thing: when it comes to things that have been done before, there's a way to step out from amongst those people who have done it before. And I can think of no better place or nothing better to align with than the universal life force energy. Because there's a lot of McDonald's and there's a lot of Burger Kings and there's a lot of Hardee's and there's a lot of Arby's and a lot, but all of them have had to find a way to be set apart to stay afloat. And if that's your purpose, having a purpose will not always be enough. Being led and guided into how, when, what, where. Remember that you're in the lane of trying to figure out what you need to do. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can push this back, son. Right? The outcome. Spirit says, I don't want you to try to figure out the outcome. Try if you align yourself, if you get back to basics, if you come off this hamster wheel and allow yourself to let me speak to you, we need to talk because you might be going in one direction and it might be over here. You definitely have the skills to catch the butterflies and do all the things. But is it the divine timing? Are you being led by divine timing because you can do the right thing at an inopportune time? So Spirit says, listen, I need for you to get back to basis and check. Does this make sense? Let me see what's going on. Jennifer, that found out I'm a provider. Family keeps getting in the way. They can't. Correction. I don't know. Mwah. See, you get it. You know it. They can't get away. You allow them. That's because you got so much going on. And although that there are good things, it's in the way of you getting back to basics. And if you don't get back to basics, whatever you are learning is going to go right out of the door. It's not, it's going to be just like the rest of the things. You're not going to be exercising your power because you're not in the position where you're like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. I asked them to do that 42 times, and it's only when I lose my shit that everybody gonna step into line. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it once. You're gonna develop your boundaries. Isn't that what it just said? Set boundaries and protect your precious time and your energy. I don't give a damn who it is. Because if they have enough baldacity to come to take from you, then they have enough baldacity to hear no. It's a complete sentence. Can you hear me now? All right. I hope that worked for you. See how all of this is coming along together? It's just keeps adding. It just keep the same cards from the same decks just keep adding to the story. We're gonna have to make some decisions on whether we are in our lanes, whether we have the capacity. No, we do have the capacity. Just like she's self-corrected. It's not that my family and the things are happening, don't get me wrong. The family is family in it, right? but it's how we determine our time and our effort towards them. Because you're literally teaching people how to treat you. And just because they don't like it, that just means they're not willing to do their own work. Make sense? They said, you in my business. See, you doing the most, coach. See? I know. Listen, that's how much you are loved. I tell people that. This is a sure sign because you already knew, right? You said it's my family. I'm working. I'm trying to do this and that. And Spirit just told me she's trying to learn this and she's trying to get this, that, and the other. And before you came, Spirit says people on the hamster wheel. That was the first card that came out. And it's not about right, wrong, good, or bad. It's about when you decide to put these up, when you decide that this is more important than what other people think, you will cause other people to set their own boundaries and or respect yours. All right, was that good for you? Y'all tap the screen and say yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the word. Wait a minute. Hall and Oates, draw the line. I can't go for that. Is you know, Leon, that's right. Say, I'm closer to you and begin to commune. That's called communion. You're close. You are God. Is my girl, come on over to YouTube, you guys, and get your read. Because you can pay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to send that. Unbox spiritually or spiritually unbox. Are you here, love? Did I lose my girl? Unbox spiritually. Who else is here? Yes, I am here. Hello, girl. I missed you last night. I mean, what day is this? Friday, Wednesday. We were in the Nest Wednesday night. Recycle. Thank you so much. You all continue, please. If you'd like to get a read, come on over here to YouTube. I'm going to be going on YouTube much more. So please set your notifications. And if you're in TikTok, just check the picture, open it, open the link, and there you'll see it. So far, we're looking at the fact that we have all been in a position of maybe not um, paying attention or being too busy to pay attention to what Spirit has to say to us and asking us to step back, to pay attention, to look at things from a three-dimensional space, excuse me, a third party space. In other words, look at it as if you have nothing to do, no attachments to it. And I'm gonna ask you guys to like this video in YouTube and share it as well. Um, and so making sure that you step back and let yourself have a different perspective and trust what's being shown to you. Then get back to basics because many of us do not believe and have not realized that we veered over into that lane of doing things the old way. So once we put all of that together, things are going to start to get better. Um, then we had the card of achievements because we all want to get those things, but we may be going in the wrong direction as she's chasing butterflies up this alley when the butterfly and the prized possession is here. And when we're on that hamster wheel, we can't see that, right? So, what was the next one? So, Spirit is asking us to acknowledge our power. Don't be scared. It is what it is. You're walking through the valleys and the shadows of death. And so you have to own your power. Every storm is creating it's creating a new beginning for you. That way you'll be, as you become more in tune, making the best decisions, honoring yourself, putting you first as priority as you're led by the Almighty. You begin to do what? Create these boundaries that are successful, that are healthy, that teach people how to treat you and also help them to look at themselves for what they need to do. So now we got Unboxed Spiritually, who says, I am here. And pardon me if it's been a long, if I haven't gotten to it quick, y'all, but I'm just working on it. Ooh, different box for you, pumpkin. Okay, why you gotta be different? Why are we talking? Why we gotta go to the angels and the ancestrals on you? Why is you is and is you is? I feel you know, I mean, unbox spiritually. Yes, ancestors or the angels want to talk to you, doll. When I go to these decks like this, I'm like, okay, they getting ready. What is she? It is elevating, like almost elevating, because at this point we're beyond trusting. It's not that we don't know how to trust ourselves, and it's not that we don't know our guides. This is where the guides are coming in with something a little bit deeper that maybe. Hey, Inner Healing. Join us. We're here over on YouTube. Please come over to join us. Right now, we're getting ready to do this reading. Oh, I miss you too. What do you want? Unbox spirits tonight. She always say keep walking with your eyes wide shut, Spirit said. What? Keep walking with your eyes wide shut. The more he said, the more knowledge we know, when we open our eyes, we can see things. Sometimes that takes us off of our square. Like if you could see everything that's around you in the supernatural right now, it probably would be scary for us, right? We can barely take looking at ourselves in the mirror. Right? But Spirit is saying, keep your eyes, keep these eyes wide shut and keep these one open. This one right here. Because sometimes when you see something, it takes you off the square. You know how you're going down the interstate? I mean, I think I've used this analogy. You're going down 95 and then you see outlet mall, next exit. And you out of town, you got time, right? But you really don't have time, but you're just gonna drop off. Maybe let me go over here and see what getting off on the exit. The Spirit says, see, when you start looking over in the forest off of the road, and you start seeing lions and tigers and bears. Now, some you need to see, some you don't, because some will take you off your square. Sometimes we just need to be like this and say, "What you say over here? Okay, right here. Got you. I don't need to see it. Mm-mm. Does this make sense to you, love?" And your ancestors are handling so much stuff that what you're feeling, and I know this to be true, what you're feeling is just the residual effects, the part that you have to learn. You're walking by faith, and but you know that there's a spiritual warfare, but somehow you're still getting some rain on you. Things are still coming through, but the bigger things have already been taken care of, and that's falling on you is so that you can keep your, like you said, keep your faith going. Understand that we're not fighting what we can see. And if you could see it, and Spirit has let you see some things through some truths, and just enough to, and it has caused this full moon in Scorpio, intense emotions, right? It has caused this Uranus um, conjunct with, right? It has called, what does Uranus do? It brings you out of your comfort zone because it makes you have to expand. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Spirit says, that's all I'm saying. I ain't gonna, it's not like I ain't gonna show you, but some things I don't want you to see right now. And what I want you to see, I want you to understand that what you feeling is probably a tidbit of the fight that's going on, that you're fighting in the ethers, maybe even in astro travel, but there's a bigger battle going on amongst these ones here. They say, let me, excuse me. I'm something about this one, not this one, not the day. I bet. Ooh, Okay, not today. Water guardian, connect with your emotions. Didn't I just say something about emotions coming up? The full moon in Scorpio, because Scorpio is about intense emotions. And it's a lot of things coming up quickly, but also Neptune is out there in your dreams, helping you with spirituality. So if you can get near water, if you can use water in your manifestations, if you can take your showers and your spiritual baths, right? Cleansing, connecting, allowing yourself to feel what you feel, but not see, because the things you see will have you. I got this. I don't have to worry about that. Some of it, I mean, spirit wants you to feel it. You see what I'm saying? I need for you to feel it. So because it's not the thing you see, it is the vibe, it's the energy of it. So if it looks like this time, if it looks like it's coming next time, I'm gonna send that same vibe through this. So if you're looking for a tree to feel this way, and I'm sending it through a person, you might not see it. But if you know that's the vibe of that tree that you don't like, and that's the vibe that you just felt in this person, it ain't about being judgmental about a person. It's about securing your bag. It's not your bag. It's about learning and securing your boundaries spiritually. You see how she's doing this? Nobody comes past this part. And if anything does come past this part, I get what I'm getting. And because you see what I'm saying? I am in the position now where I'm figuring out that the weapons of my warfare are not carnal. Oh, girl. Wait a minute. Can I get one more? Because I'm noticing. What's on the bottom? Ceranos. This reminds me of Ceranos. What it said. Track down your fears and your desires. And how do you do that, right? The guardian angel the water guardian wants you to identify those feelings. Don't put them away. Track them down. Deal with them. Talk to them. Talk to the demons. What is a demon? And I heard KRS talk to Nick Cannon on an interview about we are, when you stand up, a demon is something that tries to, a man, it tries to take away the man, the humanity, try to demon, right? Take the humanity out. But the universal life force shows up to show the demon that there is something different. You see what I'm saying? Your spirituality, the Neptune in you finds that thing. It takes over. It doesn't become afraid, and it deals with it. Demons are, to me, the things that come against us. This is our worst part of us that we have not let go of, and or what people, places, and things know about us, they project to help us to see. They don't know they help us, but it helps us to see what we need to pay attention to. Does that make sense, love? That spiritual warfare has been in my, listen. The spirit, that's why this is so important. I'm glad you said that. That's why this is so important, to be able to check the frequencies around you, because it's shape shifting. It's coming through people, places, and things. It's everywhere. And that's when you're not grounded, that's what keeps you off your game. That keeps you on this hamster wheel. Not just you, but spiritual warfare says that I need for you to stop looking at people, stop looking at places, stop looking at things. Why? Simply because I need you to understand that feeling. So when the warfare comes that you can't see, using the weapon that you can't see, you'll be able to protect yourself. What was that causing back? Cloak your energy, cloak yourself. Protect your energy. Know that it looks like my sister, but I know that that's the same energy because it's shape shifting. So you got to know, but that's what shadow work is, right? So yes, I hope that helped, my love. But spirits just want you to know, and I'm sure you already know, right? These things are happening to you, not for you. And it's not that you have that you're not doing the job. It's just every round. And you're like, okay, but it's enough rounds at the top of this damn ladder, though. That's what I want to know. Let's tap the screen if that makes anything. Where is the top of the ladder? And you know what? This card right here is really talking about how what's going on now. Spirit is really asking us to pay attention to, again, whether you are a companion or whether you are a partner in this life. Oh, sweetie, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Is anybody else here in YouTube that came? Hello, Jesus. Oh yes, Moonshine Face. How you doing? You got yours over there. How you doing? Thank you so much for following me and joining me here. Oh, that's so sweet. I hadn't even noticed that. I be talking so much sometimes. See, y'all need to come over here for a minute. It ain't gonna hurt you. Come on over to YouTube, Renee's Nest. And if you are any at at all looking for a community, a wellness community, please feel free to come over to patreon.com/Renee'sNEST. And that's where you'll see all the ways that you can work with me as your certified life coach, or mental health professional, as your wellness coach. And so we can begin to bridge the gap, and you can get some accountability because you know you lie to yourself, right? You know you lie to yourself. That's why you won't tell nobody else about your goals, because if you tell somebody else, they're gonna ask you, but didn't you say you was gonna stay out my business? But wait a minute, I thought, see, that's why I don't tell you nothing. No, you don't tell them nothing because you're gonna have to be responsible or accountable. Allow me to work with you. All right. Patreon.com/Renee's Nest. Please follow me on YouTube as you have today. I'm so grateful because this has been a great time. Say that again. A companion, not a partner. Yeah, a companion. Yeah, that's the energy of April. Becoming, are you a companion or are you a partner? In other words, a companion, again, doesn't do very much. They just, you got you walking your dog, that's your companion. You meet somebody, just do things, fun things. They don't have to, they're not engaged. A partnership is more of an engagement. You do think there's a set patterns of things. We have a goal we're trying to reach, whether it's in business and love and family, whatever it is, right? And if you have to determine this month whether you've been putting in a little bit of time when you should have been partnering, have I been companioning when I should have been partnering? And am I partnering when I should be companioning, being a companion? Or should I just say deuces? Well, we have the overall energy for May already. We got that on May on Wednesday. That's part of being a part of our wellness committee or wellness group, Renee's Nest. And I'm gonna tell you about it, but I'm not gonna tell you about it today, right? Maybe one day you'll figure it out. But if you are with Patreon, you understand the importance of why this wellness plan works so well is because this information comes from the universal life force. Not only does the energy of the month, we get that, but we get the archetypes that are going to help us, as well as the power animals. And this wellness plan just unfolds every single day of the month to give us what we need. And as your certified life coach, as your mental health professional, it is my desire to help you as an ascending soul to bridge the gap, right? And I'm not talking about, I know that money can be funny, but you spending money every day anyway. Don't give me that shit. You just spend more than $15 this week. You just spend more than $20, but have you spent $20 on your spiritual health? Or did you buy something that you peed or pooped or out? something that changed your body composition. Now you have to go buy a membership. See, everything is out here. So is your relationship. You want this person, you want that kind of house. But what about this relationship? What about this house? What is it that you can't stop doing long enough to hear spirit say, I need you to get back to the basics? Okay. Okay. I think I got everybody here on Pinterest. Pinterest. Oh, maybe I need to check out Pinterest. Hello, Solace Healing. How are you? Where did you come from? Renee, the more I see you, the more I love your realness and love. Listen, I'm a reflection of you. There's only one person in this room with four people on TikTok and four people here. The eight of us or the five, whatever that is, we are reflecting each other. We are reflecting what we like and seeing what we like and don't like. Right? I appreciate that. I'm so grateful that it's something that I'm saying that through my coming this direction is a blessing to you. And that's what's going to happen for you. You're going to help other people to do the same thing. You came from TikTok too? Oh. What is your name in TikTok? 1111. Yes, I got 211, but thank you for that. I love it when you catch those numbers. All right. I'm going to give you a quick card and then we're going to go because I've been on here 2 hours and 11 minutes. Or 11 and 11 in some places. Thanks, Jen Jen. Woo, say I am here. Solace Healing. What's your name on TikTok? Solace Healing. What is your name on TikTok? Thank you. Hey, Jen Jen. Jen Jen, be careful. Be careful about this, right? Or if you have somebody who has been on your mind to call or they keep coming up on your mind, just be mindful whether you need to call them or just be aware that someone is trying to get back to you that maybe you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Just beware, okay? Okay, cool. Uh-oh. We threw that out. Say I am here. Say I am here in the chat. And this reading is for solace healing or healing inner. Thank you, Spirit, for that. When you say I am here, that is your agreement with Spirit to hear, or to say that you are open to hear what it has to say to you. And then we're gonna go. I'm so elated. Good, good, good. Now I know y'all came on here for a free read, but if that's what it took to get you over here, I can do that. Somehow we're gonna work together. Now I don't know how. I know there's a lot going against Mirror You Wellness right now. 2 steps forward and 32 steps back. But I'm gonna keep right on showing up and I'm gonna keep right on doing what I know to do, right? Because the weapons of my warfare, you know, I mean the as I walk through these valleys and shadows of death, you know, Spirit is going to anoint my head in the presence of my enemies. That is for sure. All right. Oh, did I get off Jesus? I'm sorry, Jesus. I forgot about you. You here too. So let me do silence and then you, Jesus. I apologize. Look, why I got no lipstick on over here, but she giving. Y'all like my glasses. I meant to tell you about my new outfit I got from TikTok. It's really cute. I should have put it in, but I need to do that on another day. All right. So this is for you. So solace healing. There are things that are coming up for you that evidently you're not paying attention to. Or do you consider yourself, well, I would think so, but I'm going to ask you, you consider yourself an intuitive person? Real quick. I'm so sorry, Jesus. I'm going to get right to it. You know, I can be doing that talking. So here's the point. Here's my point. Spirit is saying that you are receiving different revelations. You are receiving uploads, downloads. There are things that are coming to you that you may or may not be paying attention to. Does that make sense to you? Look at the picture. Really good, right? And you see in the background, right back here, there's something that she's leaving behind or has left behind, right? And I would say that she's on a boat, but it looks like she's sitting on a porch or something, looking at where she's come from or where she needs to go. So whatever is happening in your life, whatever goals you're setting, whatever things that are coming up for you, be mindful of what spirit is saying to you about direction. And this goes back to being on point, right? Listen to your life. This is your life. See this right here? This is your life. And see how she's listening? Listen and let the experience, even though the experiences may seem to be tragic or traumatic, there is a quality of value that is there. Because from that, from you stepping back, you're going to see something that you have been asking, but you're going to have to step back a little bit. All right. And allow, and the path is going to be opened up for you, whether that is your past or whether that is your future. Be mindful that it's opening up very nicely for you. All right. Oh yes, yes. So spirit says I need you to pull back a little bit. Allow yourself to hear. Just like with everybody else, the emotions are going to get intense. You're going to have to make those decisions. All of those things are going to have to happen, but you're going to have to pull away from it. And both of these are blue, which reminds me of the throat chakra, so that you can say what you need to say, receive communication, be communicated to, right? So get in some nature for that. Coming over. Hey, Sus, you're next. Oh, yeah, I like the sound of that. You know why? Because it looks like all of us, we're all being told to pay attention to how spirit speaks to us. Right? That's crazy. I like it. So, again, come on down. Stop, come off your hamster wheel. And this, I think, is important too, because whoever you are, all of us here are people who other people come to, I think. And our boundaries are typically skewed because we don't either want to hurt someone's feelings or we don't know how to say no. So when you start taking care of you, you're automatically going to start hurting somebody else's feelings. So don't let that be the problem, okay? Do I know when spirit is speaking, the spirit, my universal life force energy? I do. All right, Jesus. Jesus, I'm planning on going to soak at a natural hot springs. Are you? That sounds so beautiful. Where? I was in Mexico. I was in Playa del Carmen. And I was supposed to go to one of those. I forget what they call them. Spirit says, listen, I need for you to keep moving and doing what you do. You're on the right track. You're welcome, my love. Thank you for allowing me that time with you. You're on the right track, darling. Just keep walking. But there's something, but there's a different twist, I think, that spirit is asking you to take action about. Does that make sense? And it's heartfelt. It's in your heart space. I don't know if it's love, I don't know if it's family. It's something that you either want to do or you're contemplating in your heart. And I don't know if this is heart over head. It might be head over heart. Because when you take action, sometimes you have to be in faith. So it's a combination. It says the journey to find your lost self begins with one step. So maybe the hot springs, maybe these things are beginning to open up things for you in Idaho. A hot springs called Gold Bugs. Oh wow, that sounds so much fun. But I think it can be. This is a good thing for you. I don't know whether you are on your spiritual journey I don't know whether you're trying to find specific answers to specific questions. I'm not really sure, but what I do know is that spirit is asking you to take action. Have you felt like in here lately, maybe I don't know if it's love or you just felt kind of jittery, didn't if there's a decision that you are trying to make, are you feeling uncomfortable about some kind of decision? Is what is my question. Okay. I don't know who you are, clairvoyant, but I need you to get the fuck out of. You know what? You see what happens? Do you see what happens? You have the balls to come into my house, sit at my table, and try to take scraps from my table. That's what I told you something was here. That's what I call a piece of shit. That's exactly. Don't come in my house with that stuff. Don't do that. And for those of you who might be talking to her, you can carry too. No disrespect. If clairvoyant contacts anybody on TikTok, this is the Psychic Rose 21. She has 4,228 followers, and she's going to other people's pages to get them. She is a fraud and she cannot be trusted. Trust that. You think my back is turned that way? May the fire be with your ass. I meant what I said. I don't take none of that back. I kept feeling it. I kept feeling something. I know what I feel. Piece of shit. I'm gonna block every one of you who do. I mean it from my heart. How do you know when the spirit is speaking to you? It SH Shevin, if you need that information, let me know. If what I'm giving you is not good enough, you can go right on over there with her. If you need to get further information, then you have to do further work. Just coming to ask the question and listening to what I've been on here 2.222 hours. I don't take that kindly. Have a nice day, YouTube. TikTok. I don't play that shit. Matter of fact, it's time to go. Period. I feel uncomfortable with strange energies from my family. Yep, it's time to go. It's time to do it. This is the same thing that we've been talking about. It's time to step away from the familiar, from what seems to be, right? Because that's the same thing you're giving your energy to, that's siphoning it from you, and you're not able to do what you need to do. Right? So it's time, and that's a heart situation. That's how I said it's head over heart, or sometimes heart over head. But in this case, you have to do what's good for you, where you're being led, and let your heart understand that you are cleaning and cleansing. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I'm sorry that had to happen. I'm not sorry because that's what happens. That's what trolls and scallywags and pieces of shit do. They want to take something from you, and you have to do it when you think I'm not paying attention. There was a person over in YouTube who was, over in TikTok, who was, as people were asking questions, she was asking them to message her. And that's another reason why I'm yeah. So anyway, I love you so much too. Abundant love and joy to you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you all who allowed me in your energy. I certainly hope that you have received some word today, and I am so grateful to you, for joining me on my live. Look for it to happen. We're going to try to do it. This is the second time this month, because I promised that I would come over here, and I am. So we're going to try to do it at least religiously once, maybe twice, at least once, but maybe twice a month. But until then, please go over to patreon.com/Renee's Nest and choose a service, or if you're in TikTok, or maybe I'm not sure if I have it in my bio here on YouTube, but I will check. But check, you know how to get in contact with me for your personal read, maybe a discovery chat, maybe some Reiki or whatever it is that you need. Check me out, right? And don't forget to mirror you. Be balanced, be inspired, and continue to grow. Have an amazing day.